I just got back from Paris, so I'm feeling very French inspired. In fact, you know what? I'll put on a little Chanel, get myself in the mood, feeling super Paris. So, what I loved more than anything was we just sat in the residential neighborhoods, in the outdoor cafes, all the chairs faced towards the street. I sat and I just watched the fashion and the Parisian women, and we walked through the streets just amongst the Parisians on their way to work. Everyone's rushing. Everyone's got to get somewhere in a hurry, taking their kids to school, walking their dogs. Everyone has a dog. It made me both happy and sad because I miss my Penelope. But the fashion is just, the only way I could think to describe it is effortlessly chic. It looks like they just threw something on and it just fell perfectly. So my Virgo obsessiveness is not real good at just that, so I'm really working on that, and I want to master it. So that is what I am going to try to recreate, that Parisian feel here in Dallas. So things that I noticed that people were wearing were definitely baggy pants. Tulle skirts were actually really big. Pleated skirts, a lot of pleated skirts. Oversized blazers. Oh, what else? There was a lot of white. Everything was a pretty neutral palette, like you don't have a lot of patterns, but there were pops of color, and the two pops of color I mostly noticed were pink and green. But like I said, there was a lot of white. And it had just turned cold, so I'm not saying like white in like summery white, like pure white, but in winter clothes. It had just turned cold and everyone was in fall clothing. So it was, I mean, it was getting into the 40s at night, like 50s during the day. So it was definitely cold. So they were wearing their fall wardrobes. As far as hats, the only one you would see were bucket hats or maybe like a beanie. Scarves are huge. And I'm always drawn to scarves. I think they just make any outfit look really classy. But I just can't get outside of my head where I fuss and you just gotta let it go and just fling it on there the way they do it. So I got some scarves. I've been watching lots of how to wear a scarf videos, so trying to embrace that. Interestingly enough, everyone, I don't care what age you were, I don't care what you look like, they all carried a Chanel bag. It's an investment, but it seems like they all made that a priority. Footwear was pretty, a lot of sneakers, chunky sneakers, boots. Like no one was wearing, I'm talking about people just on their everyday activities, not going out to fancy restaurants or galas or anything. I don't know how they dress for that. I'm just talking about every day, walking around town, getting to where they need to get. Black tights. And also, I guess it has to do with being, colder there, and they're walking everywhere they're going. So not like pantyhose, but tights, black tights. So there's a lot of that. And yeah, that's everything that I can think of. So I've been putting together a wardrobe to try and make myself look. Oh, and hairstyle. So there was none of this. It was, the hairstyle was very, just pulled back, sleek. Again, no fuss. Not a lot of jewelry, like really just simple but beautiful clothes. So I'm going to try and put some things together and see how I can make it work. So here we have the all white. I didn't put a belt. I put the hat for a little pop instead of the belt, but I think a belt would look good, especially since it's stretchy at the back, and the belt would help cover that up. The hat is really cute. Love the hat. It's from Kenzo. And then I have this one with sneakers. I also bought these pants in a brown color, and I wore them with heels. You'll see them in the next one. With heels, the length is perfect. With sneakers, I'm going to have to get them hemmed. So maybe keep one pair for sneakers, one pair for heels. We'll see. The button down is rails, late to the game, but I'm obsessing over rails these days. Love the rails button down, worth every penny. And then the blazer is a satiny blazer. Actually, I've had it all summer. I just threw it in the wash, delicate cycle, hung it to dry, a little steamer, and it's as good as new. I mean, I do link everything in the descriptions. Yeah, I'm really new to all of this, so maybe they work, maybe they don't. If they don't, let me know so that I can try again. It's great practice for me. And let's get on to the next look. So here, the next look is with those same pants, but in brown this time. This time I put it with a belt, which I think it looks really good with a belt. The top that I'm wearing it's a sweater that I've had for a long time from Diane von Furstenberg. And the blazer is like a really reasonably priced blazer. I just got it from Nordstrom for like $99, Steve Madden. So there it is with the heels, and you can see it just skims the ground, which is like the perfect length that you want those baggy pants to land at. So next up is this dress. Love this chocolate color. It's actually a dress that I thought was a skirt when I ordered it, but I love the top part, which is like a thin sweater, 3/4 length sleeves. Looks great with a belt. I have it with little booties, Sam Edelman's that I already had. I did want to put the tights, but even though it's October in Dallas, it's still in the high 80s, and the tights were just pushing me over the top, so I couldn't do it. The blazer is like a leather blazer by AS by DF. I have it in an extra small, and then here I am experimenting with the scarf. It's a Tory Burch. I think it's pricey, but you know, obviously it's not Hermes. I am not a scarf connoisseur, so maybe this is a little too much for me as an entry level scarf. It's, you know, close to $300. So I tried a couple of things with it, and I think it looks cute. This leopard pattern is a nice neutral to go with like caramel and browns. Okay, so here's my last look. It's my tulle skirt, which I've had all summer, wore a ton this summer, just with a t-shirt, sneakers, and a jean jacket wrapped around my waist. And now I was seeing it everywhere in Paris. Yes, there were a lot of black tulle skirts and dark colored tulle skirts, but there were a lot of this light color too. Like, you can totally do light colors this fall. So I just put a cashmere sweater. I think kind of a looser, chunkier belt will look cuter with it. I have the over the knee Steve Madden boots, and here I am again trying out a scarf. This one again, Tory Burch, again still for me a high price point, and I fuss with it a lot. I really need to embrace that there is beauty in the imperfection, and I do believe that. So I will leave you with that thought. That's going to be my mantra. There is beauty in imperfection. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon.